So for TEM, one of our final projects is to make a video answering 4 questions. I have them written down in front of me because remember, I won't remember them. So let's get to it. The first question is, what did you learn about or share about your industry during this time in your course? I said that completely wrong. The industry is much bigger than I thought it was. It is vast. Now, it's not. No, I'm wrong. It is wrong. It is huge. Okay, I was gonna say it wasn't that big, but it is big. It is global. Now, I didn't think it was small to begin with because video games are everywhere, but it is huge. Everyone uses video games. It's not just video games. The video game industry also has a hand in the education industry. There are people who use simulators crafted by game designers to help train people. There's flight simulators, the welding simulators, crane simulators. There's a simulator for CDL drivers where you get in the cab of a truck, and you're able to switch gears driving down the road where you have randomized cars coming at you, different obstacles, to see how you would react to them. It's amazing. This industry is amazing and it's huge, and I see no end in sight. Okay, this is going to go on for a while, but there is still potential. And all these new game designers, developers, game artists, we're going to be the chisels that break it out of there. We're going to bring all these new ideas that we have, because I know you got some. All these new ideas we have, we're going to bring it into the industry as we're progressing through there, being able to make it ascend to a new height. We're going to get there. It is huge and it's growing. That's definitely what I've learned. Number 2, what did you learn about your own future in it during this period of industry exploration? The potential's out there. The jobs are out there, but like any job, there's always going to be less jobs than there are people to fill them. So hard work and dedication, that's what's going to get you these jobs. A little bit of luck. Once you get in these jobs, you just got to work hard. They'll notice. You can't be resentful. If somebody else is getting a promotion or something, don't be hurt about it. Work harder. I see myself getting the job that I want and progressing through this industry not unchallengingly. There are going to be challenging. There are going to be things that I can't do, that I'm going to have to learn and adapt. But I do see myself in this industry in the future happily working, because the possibility is there. And yeah, I'll be getting where I want to. I want to succeed. I'm going to succeed. 3, going forward, how will you apply the skills and concepts that you've gained to your future success, both in your academic career as well as your professional career? Well, first off, plan of attack. We did this in week 1, where we were able to see the entire month of what we were going to do, and we had to chart out how we were going to do it. The times we were going to turn in assignments, what was our backup plan in case our computer shut down or we didn't have Wi-Fi. That is useful. Not every class or course is going to be able to give you all of the assignments for the month ahead of time. But Sunday, when it becomes available, don't work on anything unless you have time. Just write everything down. Write down when you're going to be able to do it, how you're going to be able to do it, and what happens if you can't. What's your backup plan? Are you going to be able to do it the next day? What day are you going to be able to turn it in? If your computer's about to go off, what are you going to do about it? What's the next computer that you can use? That will be the most beneficial, and that is definitely the one I'm going to use for the future. As well as industry terms. That was a week 2 thing. There's a lot of terms that I hadn't known. We only did a few. AI, artificial intelligence. Everyone knows what artificial intelligence is, right? Well, yeah. When you think about artificial intelligence, you're probably thinking of, well, like I did, a robot who can think by itself and answer questions. But it's much more than that. There's artificial intelligent programs that can handle how NPCs react to the player, how the player's backpack works. Like, how is it storing everything. How many does it know what bullets go where? The AI is able to separate everything and put it in their specific places. They have AIs for a bunch of things. So definitely AI, that's a term I'm going to use. Texture, I didn't know exactly what it meant. I kind of had an idea. Well, texture is how it feels is what I previously thought, but that's kind of the same thing. Being that textures are how you look at things. Like when you go and you look at a rock in a game. Well, when you look at a rock, but when it's being, drawn out and stuff, it's just going to be a rock-shaped figure that's smooth. That photograph that they put on top of that rock that makes it look like a rock, that's the texture. An integrated developing environment. That is a mouthful, and I didn't know what that was. But basically, it's software that has problem-solving softwares, graphic softwares, scripting softwares inside of it. It's kind of, game engines, I guess, would be one, is integrated developing environment, where you are able to actually, I can't say physically, virtually change things, to fix things, to be able to work on the game. Yeah. 4. If you could give the upcoming TEM class some advice, what word of wisdom would you offer those students to help them get through the most they can, the best they can, I guess, from this experience? It looks like a lot, and it is a lot, but it's not too much. You just got to work at it. The teachers are very knowledgeable, and if you have questions, ask them. Don't be afraid to ask them. They're teaching because they want to teach. They want to help. That's why they're there. They tell you that you can ask them. That's what they do. Don't be afraid to ask questions. I know when you look at it, like I said, it's going to look like a lot, but it isn't. Now, all you got to do is take a step back, take a breath. You got this. Just try and get everything done early. The earlier, the better. If you got something that's due Thursday, try and get it in by Tuesday. Something that's due Sunday, try and get it in by Friday or Saturday, the latest. If you have to work it in a little harder, make sure you get it in as early in that Sunday as possible. The virtual lessons, watch them. The teachers explain exactly what you need to do and have it's a great lesson about what it is that you're doing. Not just what you need to do for the assignment, but what you're trying to learn. They can explain things a lot better. So that would be it. Just take a breath, ask questions, pay attention. Do the research. I know some of them is going to be like, okay, get 7 words from your industry and 7 words from the various industries or just one other industry. But look up different ones, not just the 7 that you're going to do. Go further. Look further. See what else you can find. You never know what it can be. And you don't want to stop. You want to keep going, See what's out there. When they tell you to search jobs, well, start putting yourself in the shoes where, okay, well, some of these jobs require you to move. Can you move? Put yourself in that position as you would be when you were trying to get hired. How are you going to feel afterwards? Where are you going to be at afterwards financially? And then think of it that way. That's a good lesson for you to prepare yourself. If you see a job that you really, really want, in a couple years, it might not be there, but it might be there. So you want to prepare, Try and see what's out there. Look up housing prices and stuff like that, Take it further. Pay attention. Ask questions. Breathe. Don't go for the minimum. Always go further. That's all I got.